everyone, my name is Alma Zubaid and I'll be presenting to you a short 5-minute video for the second round of Unilever's internship program. Now the task that they've given us this year is to find solutions for plastic pollution. Now there are several ways that we can combat plastic pollution. We can look at it on a very small scale individual level, or we can focus on the large scale systematic level. I will be mainly focusing on the macro level because there are more prospects for it in the long run. Now let's get up to a few facts very quickly. Every year, 300 million tons of plastic are produced. United States alone dump 38 billion plastic bottles, and more than 8 million plastic bottles are dumped in the ocean. Clearly, plastic pollution is a real problem. Now, let's get very honest. Can we reduce the use of plastic? While some uses of plastic may cease to exist, in the future, people will find new and innovative ways of using plastic. So reducing the use of plastic is not a feasible solution. What we can do, and what I think is the most simple solution, is we can make waste plastic into commodities that people will be willing to use. Now, while this statement is fairly simple, scientists have for a very long time tried to find ways that we can do that. The main problem is that plastic is non-biodegradable, which means that even though plastic is made up of fossil fuels, it is very difficult to convert it back to its base elements. As a result, even though scientists have carried out several techniques, they have even heated up to 400 degrees Celsius, but the end product that they have received has not come to much use. So recently, in 2016, a team of individuals paired up with the researchers of the Shanghai Institute of Organic Chemistry, and they have tried to find ways to use far less heat to make a productive use of this plastic waste. So they have come up with a solution to convert plastic waste into diesel. So the process, to understand this, first we need to understand the chemical components of plastic. Plastic is composed of carbon and hydrogen atoms, which are tightly bonded together. They're double bonded, and it is very difficult to pull them apart as they are a very stable compound. So what they have done is they have used a chemical catalyst which is used to build the polymers, but instead in this time they're using it to break down the polymers. So what they do is, using the catalyst, they break down the carbon and hydrogen atoms, they pull them apart and then break them down into several pieces, and then again recombine them back together and continue the process over and over again until they have completely restructured the whole compound and have created a completely new element, which is diesel. Since petroleum, which is diesel, have the same elements as plastic, these researchers have been successfully able to convert waste plastic into diesel. Now we will look into the other solution that was carried out by researchers in Northeastern University. What they have done is they have used a very simple technique of waste conversion, and the main advantage of this process is that it is self-sustainable. So I'll explain the process in a very simple way. So what they do is, there are two tanks. In the first tank, what they do is they convert the waste plastic into gas using the process of pyrolysis. Once the gas, the elements are converted into gas, it is transferred into the second tank, and where the oxidants are added to convert them into two different elements. One is heat and one is steam. So what the heat does is it itself sustains the whole process and continues the cycle, whereas the steam can be used to produce electricity. So these are two very innovative ways that plastic pollution can be reduced and plastic waste can be put to a better use. This not only solves the problem of plastic pollution, but it actually creates more opportunities for the future because it reduces the use of finite resources, which are depleting at an exponential rate. So to sum it up, plastic waste we cannot reduce the use of plastic waste, but we can definitely put it to a better use, and that is my take on how we can reduce plastic pollution.